to see that we have viewers waiting. That means that I think we're going to get a lot more of a hold on our audience here. I actually, what's refreshing about this whole experience is my TV is on, so that adds more light to my room. So therefore, the lights that are in my eyes, like to make it so that I have good lighting, I can actually turn them down a tick or two. So it's now going to be easier for me to see. But Clemson has been driving here. They look pretty clean on offense. It is early, but if they can replicate this success, they'll be able to move the ball on Texas's defense here. It's an interesting thing to note that this is probably the second best or maybe even the best offense that Clemson has played all season long. That was timed perfectly there. That was timed perfectly, I believe, not by... That was Jalen Gilbo timed that blitz perfectly, timed the snap right there. It was a read option, and Klubnik went for a loss of 2 right there. So it's going to be, is it third down or second down? Yeah, third. It's going to be second and 11. It's going to be 2nd and 11 at the Texas 26. So Clemson's taken like 6 minutes of clock. They have a successful drive going. You're a big underdog. You want to get a TD here. Klubnik is going to run. He's going to get about a gain of 4, maybe 5 out to the Texas 22, maybe 21. Yeah, but let's get these numbers up, guys. Let's get these numbers up. Remember to like the video, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell, and we'll also be live for Ohio State versus Tennessee at 8 p.m. So there's that too. All right, 3rd down and 7. $8:30 left. 3rd and 7. Texas is going to send a blitz, but Klubnik has time in the pocket, throws as a wide open man. Touchdown, Tigers. Touchdown, and that is Antonio Williams, their wide receiver H, their slot guy, with a 22-yard receiving touchdown for the first score. And for the first time in the first round games for the 12-team college football playoff, the underdog has scored and taken the lead on the road. 12 plays, 75 yards, 6 minutes, 46 seconds of clock, melted off almost half of the first quarter, and Steve Sarkisian looks pissed on the sidelines, as he should be. Extra point is pending. Clemson special teams unit is one of the worst in the country per ESPN's efficiency metrics, but the extra point is up and good right here. 7-0 Clemson. Come out. They have a strong drive. Klubnik 6 of 7 for 60 yards and a touchdown there. And Maffa's playing. He's playing through the injury. So, good drive by Clemson right there. He beat his man right there. Antonio Williams just got his guy. It was man coverage. Some confusion. And he beat, was that number 16? Michael Taffe, free safety, was on him. And Taffe has been one of the, or maybe it's Toffee, has been one of the best in the country this season as a safety. Let's pump these concurrent viewer numbers up. Make sure to like, make sure to subscribe, and hit the bell. And yeah, Armand Hammer, thank you for being a moderator on the channel, and you're a Clemson fan, so I know you're enjoying this. Hey, Bad A Buckeye, what's up? Attack Force 06, let's go CFB with Sam. Colby Vlatch, I told you all Dabo's experience in these games was getting overlooked. I mean, to a certain degree, maybe that's the case, but again, it's early. And something we also have to remember is that Texas is a team that has looked clunky for the entirety of the year. I can't remember a single game outside of the Michigan game where Texas looked like an elite team or anything close to it. I just don't. Like, they've kind of looked clunky all season long, if I'm being honest, especially on offense. And on defense, they haven't faced many good offenses. I mean, let me look this up for you guys right here. That was a comment from a previous super chat. But let me look this up here. I actually believe that this might be the third best offense or second best or maybe even best offense efficiency-wise that Clemson's defense has faced all season long. Like, they may not, as almost stupid as this sounds, they may not be used to an offense this efficient. Let me see. Okay, so Georgia is 6th in offensive efficiency. Clemson is 9th. Yeah, this is the second best offense they've played all season long. And I don't think that Georgia, I don't know. I don't know if Georgia in truth is more efficient offensively than Clemson. I don't know if that's the case or not. I feel like Georgia Georgia probably has a higher ceiling, especially with their O-line, than Clemson does on offense, and they certainly have a better defense. But Georgia's lows on offense are very, very low, like unplayably low. See the Ole Miss game, where they, if not for a fumble from Jackson Dart, they would have only scored 3 points. So, yeah, just something to keep in mind there. Just something to keep in mind. So, Clemson's going to kick this ball off. I just wanted to point that out for context. With everything that's going on. We're gaining a lot of concurrent viewers on here. This is awesome. Ghost L, nice to see you on here. You know what I'm going to do? Oh, I can't do that. But we don't have any super chats yet. So there's no need to there's a need to do the pop-out chat, but I can always just redo that. Ghost L. Welcome to being a moderator, Ghost L. I trust you. Same with Colby Vlach. More moderators we can get, the better. That just makes it easier for us to stop spam. So, here we go. Quinn Ewers is out there. 1st and 10 to 25 for Texas. Sark loves motion. It is going to be a handoff. Clemson struggles defending the run. You kind of see that right there, where Texas has not had a lot of success running the ball this season, but Quintravion Wisner picks up a gain of 4 right there. Easy gain of 4. Quintravion Wisner is one of my favorite players in the sport, or at least maybe not the favorite, but I like him, and the reason I like him is because, simply put, and that's a first down for Texas right there, a gain of 8. And that is that Cole Turner? It's either Cole Turner or maybe Quintravion Wisner. No, Cole Turner's on Clemson. My apologies. It's Quintravion Wisner. He's a favorite of mine because he wasn't going to be the projected starter. He stepped in the role from injuries, and he's performed well all season long. 1st and 10 for Texas at their own 36. Motion out Gunnar Helm. Motion him back, and it's going to be a play action for Ewers. He's got Helm over the middle, and Texas is just getting yards after contact right now. That's a good reception by Gunnar Helm all the way out to the 50. There's a chance this game can be a shootout here, just based off of these early drives. It is early, so that's why I'm not saying this game will be a shootout. Texas goes a little bit up-tempo. They throw. It's an RPO, caught for a first down. That is a gain of 13 all the way out, or 12, the ref corrected that, by Ryan Wingo. Gain of 12 all the way out to the Clemson 38. Sark is calling plays here. One of the better offensive minds in the sport, Steve Sarkisian is. Alrighty. Stay on, guys, by the way. If you're coming in here and you're disappointed that this isn't like a live game film, it's okay. I'm calling the game exactly as it's happening. Please stay on. We'd love to chat. That's a huge sack right there. Clemson with massive pressure up the middle. That's a defensive tackle by the looks of things. That's number 8, Trey Williams, second string left defensive tackle there. Blew up the offensive line right there. And he was on DJ Campbell, right guard, and he just got right past him, blew it up. Ewers takes the sack. It's a loss of 11. So that's going to be 2nd and 20 all the way back at the Clemson 48, 49-yard line. It is going to be a pass, some pressure again, but, they get back to the original line of scrimmage. Ryan Wingo does. So it'll be 3rd and 10 3rd and long. Texas has the weapons to pick this up. You wonder if they'll go for it, or maybe if they can just get like a few more yards, maybe they'll try a long Bird Auburn field goal. But 3rd and 10 for Steve Sarkisian and for Texas. I would look for them to go with Isaiah Bond. I mean, maybe they'll try and get out in space again with a screen. They love to run those screens, RPOs. We'll see what they do here, but nope, doesn't look like it. Looks like they're going to run, and they're going to pick up the first down and then some. Quintravion Wisener, long run by him. Honestly, good play call. That was a run for like, 20 yards? It was longer than that. That was a run for like a 25-yard run right there. Good play. And yeah, Clemson's run defense is pretty suspect. It's the weakness of their defense. I mentioned that in an earlier stream when someone, a Georgia fan who is followed my channel for years, and we like to have back and forth conversations because we don't agree on much. But I brought up the point to him that Clemson is allowing opponents to average 4.5 yards per carry on the year. It's not good. 2nd and 8 for Texas. 4:19 left in the game. They're at the Clemson 14 in the red zone. They're playing up on the line. It is going to be a pass by Gunnar Helm. Gunnar Helm is going to lean forward for a first down, I think. But I think they may rule it 3rd and inches. But Gunnar Helm is a powerful tight end with a lot of kick in his step. They're going to rule him down before he fell over, so I think 3rd and 1, maybe even 3rd and 2. Third and 2, I bet you Texas will run it here just based off of how Arch Manning is in the game. We'll see what Clemson does if they can stop it. They're going to be fairly conservative, and Wisner's not going to get there. They stop him. Gets about like a half yard. It's going to be 4th and 1.5, maybe 4th and 2. Good stop there by Clemson. I imagine Texas will go for it here. Want to be aggressive. Based off of that first drive, you know that Clemson can maybe score. They take out Arch Manning. They're just going to straight up go for it with Quinn Ewers. I wonder if you'd rather have Arch Manning in a situation like that on 4th and 1. But I also imagine that Texas will probably pass it. Are they going to just QB sneak? Nope. They just straight up power run, get a gain of 5. It'll be 1st and goal from the 3. Good job there by Jarrett Gibson, 3rd string running back. They rotate. Quintravion Wisener, Jaden Blue, Jarrett Gibson in that backfield. So, failed on 3rd and short, but successful conversion with some power running there on 4th and short. Quinn Ewers is still in the game, I imagine. Maybe a handoff here. Again, they're having success in the run. It is going to be a handoff. Wisener gets in. Easy. Touchdown, Texas. And 7-7 will be the score pending the extra point. 2:04 left in the first. This so far has been an exciting game. Quintravion Wisener earns a touchdown on a 3-yard run. 6 minutes, 10 seconds off the clock for Texas. 12 plays, 75 yards. Both of these offenses running a lot of plays so far. We already have 24 plays in this game. It's not even end of the first quarter because they like to go up tempo. They don't like to slow things down. And right now, here we are. Okay, so pending the extra point, we'll see what happens. And guys, remember, like the video. Let's try and get this stream up to 100 likes, and at some point get 300, 400 concurrent viewers. That would be incredible. So please like the stream and subscribe to the channel. Also hit the notification bell, because we will go live at 8 p.m. to talk about Ohio State, Tennessee, to do play-by-play for that game. But yeah, this play right here, just a lot of good blocking, staying with their assignments, and Texas players have just been plowing through Clemson players. Like they seem to be stronger, bigger, and faster. At least Texas's offense versus Clemson's defense. On the other end of things, it seemed more balanced, but still, Clemson scored. Thank you, IO Truth, for liking the video. Also, send in super chats if you want to. They get priority for questions and for comments. But I'll make comments about stuff throughout the stream as is. So, thank you very much. I appreciate this. This has been fun today. 7-7. We'll see what happens. I'll tell you right now, Texas is the better rushing offense. If you don't count that sack, they're, averaging what? Almost 5 yards per carry. We'll see what happens here on this next drive. Both teams, 75 total yards, 5 first downs each, and each around 6 minutes of possession. So they've looked pretty even so far. Curious to see if this continues throughout the game. And SFS Inverted, thank you for that Discord server link. Guys, join our Discord server. It's the most recent chat right now from SFS Inverted. We would love to get more members of the Discord server, Texas fans, Clemson fans, etc. Please join it via that link. You can also join it via the link in the video description. You can just find it and join the Discord server. We'd love for that. Man, Disney got the live stream locked down on YouTube. Can't find it anywhere. Yeah, we'll stay around. And we'll talk college football here and react to this game. That's what we'll do. As an SEC guy, I hate Texas, so I hope Dabo whoops their butt. What team are you a fan of, IDFJLAS? What team are you a fan of? Oh. What I think, just grabbing my notebook right here, that way I can take notes. First quarter's almost over. I'd say the only thing notes-wise is that both offenses are humming and are efficient. But those could be scripted drives, and probably are. There is someone to ban, but the moderators will take care of that. Thank you guys, by the way, for helping us clamp down on bots, because bots are moronic. They also don't help me revenue-wise. Like, they actively hurt my revenue. Of course, another commercial. But they actively hurt my earnings because YouTube counts bot views as ineligible, and if you get enough of them, they just cancel most of the revenue from your stream. So it's good that we're banning these things. Go Dogs! Oh, and you're a Georgia fan. Well, you know what, guys? You Georgia fans, please join our Discord server via the link in the description, or you know what? I think that I'm gonna edit the chat after the first quarter to put the Discord server link just pinned there so that you guys can access it. But hopefully some of you are finding it via the description or that comment that SFS Inverted sent. That would be wonderful. And also, if you have not already, like the stream, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell, because we're trying to become the best college football channel on YouTube. I'll probably always have a little bit of a Big Ten spin on the channel because it's the conference I love. It's the conference and teams that I love. But yeah. Okay. Learn with Z. Sam, where are you based? I'm out of Michigan, actually. Who is the best QB in college football? It's Cam Ward. It's easy. Cam Ward, right there. Colby Vlash already answered it. Shedeur Sanders is pretty good, though. He's top 10. It's BLST. Hope Gunner plays well enough for us to beat Notre Dame. I was wrong about IU beating Notre Dame, but I was going to pick Georgia to beat IU. And if Notre Dame won, I was going to pick Georgia to beat Notre Dame. So I'm going to stick with my guns there. I'm not. If Kirby Smart's going to lose in a playoff game, I think it will be to a more balanced team than what Notre Dame brings. Like maybe a Penn State, but then again, Smart's the much better head coach. More likely, Georgia will probably lose to a team like Oregon, let's say. Okay. We do have a super chat here, so let me get to this. Ayo Truth, $5. Have any opinions on my team, West Virginia? Rich Rod hire. Well, I'm a Michigan fan, so in my view, Rich Rod's kind of a complete meme based off of that time frame, but I think it's a good hire. I don't think he ever should have left West Virginia. I think that with modern NIL and the fact that, Pat McAfee is as successful as he is, and just the enthusiasm around Rich Rod, I think that there's a good shot with Rich Rod for West Virginia to maybe be a little bit of a powerhouse in the Big 12 like they were in the Big East under him. So thank you for the $5 super chat, AO Truth. I love the Rich Rod hire by West Virginia. I think it's the hire that made the most sense at the end of the day. Okay. We're back on the game here. Klubnik is going to get sacked for a loss of 5. Bingo. Baron Sorrell with the pressure. He's just right there, I think on Tristan Lay. No, Blake Miller. He's on Blake Miller. The right tackle came from the right side. 2nd and 15, so Texas got pressure. Clemson's behind the chains. Let's see what Garrett Riley... Let's see the unscripted drives from Clemson here. What they can do. Texas brings 4. Klubnik is well protected in the pocket. Dumps it down to his running back, who gets about a gain of 1. 3rd and 14. So it looks like a potential likely 3 and out for Clemson here pretty early in the football game. We'll see what happens. And thank you again for the $5 super chat. Really, thank you, AO Truth. I appreciate it beyond belief. And yeah, join our Discord server. SFS Inverted keeps posting it. Third and 14, 40 seconds left. Texas does bring some pressure. They do get through. It is a screen, though, and I think he's going to be short by about a yard. It'll be 4th and 1, out of bounds. And Carp Catchin' Mike, I didn't mean to skip your comment. The Let's Go Buckeyes one. Honestly, go Buckeyes. I'm rooting for Ohio State to win tonight. I am. I'm rooting for them. It makes it easier that Michigan won for me to root for OSU, and I probably would have regardless because I want to be right. And I think that Texas is better than Tennessee, but I think Ohio State is way better than Tennessee. Yep, they're going to take it to the end of the quarter, burn some clock off. It's the end of the first quarter here, guys. So... Marcus Sutton, hi Sam, loving the live streams. Thank you very much. We'll get to more. Yep. We'll get to the end. We'll take an ad break here because the end of the first quarter, guys. Make sure to like the video, subscribe, hit the notification bell if you haven't already. I'm just saying that a lot because we have a lot of passing traffic through. So there's going to be new people watching this on and off. And if you just reached right now, please stay on. I'm reacting to the game, got the scoreboard on the bottom, and we're just talking football, doing play-by-play, and then during the commercial breaks, I'll be answering questions. Super chats get priority, but I'll try and answer as many questions as I can within reason. All right, I'm going to take a quick ad break. I will see you guys very soon. I'll be back. All right, we're back here. Just taking a little bit of a breather from talking. Yes, sir, kept a subscriber. Honestly, I don't see any team beating Georgia. We, the team to beat, we're going to slaughter Notre Dame. Northern Dame. That's funny. Yeah, I mean, I don't think Georgia's the team to beat. I think that's Oregon, but this is Kirby Smart in the postseason. So there are not many reasons to doubt Georgia here. Already got 2 more Discord users added. Sam, sweet. Let's try and get to like 20 if we can. And then like during the Ohio State-Tennessee game, we can try and promote it better so that we can get like a lot of Discord server members. I think the moment will be too big for Nico E. Maliava. I completely agree with you there, Colby Vlach. Okay, so first quarter so far. D-line's doing well in pass rush. DB's struggling. Yeah, I mean, it's just 7-7. We'll see if Clemson goes. I kind of think Clemson should go for it right there. I don't think Texas will stop them. Could be wrong, but I don't think the Longhorns will stop them right there. Both QBs have been impressive to me so far. The Texas running backs have been impressive. And yeah, that's it. Really, QBs and the DNs too. It looks like Clemson is going to punt this one away, which, you know, it's Dabo Swinney. He tilts conservative. Maybe they'll fake it. We'll have to see. I kind of doubt it with this formation, though. Yep, they punted it, even though it was 4th and... Yep, and it was not a good punt. Texas gets it. 1st and 10 at their own 36. Not a good punt. I don't think that was the right decision either, but that's also just me right there. I think you should have gone for that, but that's just me. They may have even spotted him short of the first down, and ironically, even though he may have made it. But it's 1st and 10 for Texas at their own 36. Got good field position. Let's see what they can do with it. It's a handoff to Contravion Wisner. He gets swallowed up pretty quickly. It's just a gain of 1. It'll be 2nd and 9. Unfortunately, I think I find myself to be behind the actual game by like 20 seconds, which is unfortunate. No huddle. Wisner picks up a gain of about 13 yards, 13, 14 yards, maybe even, 14 yards out to the Texas 47. It's just a lot of good blocking going on right there, and Wisner's got good vision. So Texas can clearly run it on Clemson. It's going to be another long run. Wisner gets a gain of 7 out to the Clemson 45. Yeah, I think Texas is going to want to just power run it here because Clemson's rushing defense has been a problem. All season, it's been an issue. Ewer still has that leg wrapped up. He has a little bit of an injury. Second and 3 at the 45. It is a fake handoff. It is a reverse. Clemson reads it pretty well, but Texas is just too athletic, and they end up picking up about a gain of 8. That right there is Ryan Wingo. They're too fast, I think, on a play like that. It should have been blown up, but Wingo did a good job eluding his guys, and Clemson just couldn't tackle him right there. 2 broken tackles. Picked up a first down right there. It's 1st and 10, and Texas is now inside a field goal range. Longhorns are driving. They've ran 11 times, only passed for 5. Looks like Clemson may want to send a blitz or some pressure. They're going to run it again, and Wisner has a huge hole. He's going to get to the end zone. Touchdown, Texas. Massive run there. Just you can see the speed difference between these two teams right there. That is a 38-yard. It's not Wisner, by the way. It's Jaden Blue. 38-yard touchdown run. Texas currently is averaging like 7 yards per carry on the ground. They're just going to run it. They're going to run it through Clemson, dare them to stop them. Wow. Just that drive was the epitome of the speed difference between these two teams. Texas is really fast, and when they can run on you with their speed, they're very hard to stop. Extra points good, so 14-7 Texas. That's our score with 12:49 left in the second quarter. Yeah, and Clemson had 5 guys up front, but they just did a very good job blocking with their, receivers, tight ends, linemen. Did an excellent job, and they opened up a massive hole there for Blue, and Blue was too fast. Texas is just a very speedy team. We'll see how and if Clemson responds after this break. So let me read the chat here. Thank you for getting rid of. What's up with all the bad punts? I think it's the portal. I just think there isn't the same development at those different areas because you have a lot, players are playing on a lot of different teams, have a lot of different coaches. Could be wrong. Yeah, Colby Vlash, horrible open field tackling. I got OSU 34, Tennessee 21. Who you got? Volcano. I have Ohio State 27, Tennessee 10. That's what I have. That's my revised score prediction. Brendan _22. Clemson's run defense is going to get bullied the whole game. Texas is a crazy good run defense. Yeah, I mean, good defense overall. But then on top of that, you have an offense that can be explosive if you don't have a good defense. So, Texas 14, Clemson 7. That's an area where if you're Dabo, you learn your lesson and you don't punt again on 4th and 1. You don't do that because your run defense is bad. That allows Texas to control the pace of the game, control the game just in general. They're pounding Clemson on the ground right now. And Texas, what Texas will do is they'll run until they can't. Because it isn't broken at all. So why fix it if it isn't broken? Yeah, Clemson looks slow. Like, not gassed as in they're tired just yet or they're out of it, but they look slower than Texas, if that makes sense. Let's get this up to 50 likes right now, guys. We have around 200 concurrent viewers. Come on, let's get this up to 50 likes. I know that y'all can do that. And again, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell. I appreciate it. Wow. So we're back. We'll see what happens right here. 12:49 remaining in the second quarter. Texas is going to kick this ball off. And Clemson will try to return it. And they're going to get stopped at their own 19-yard line. So Clemson will have it 1st and 10 from their own 19. Yeah, Texas is just murdering them on the ground. And they're powering through them. They're going around them. Clemson's going to have to score points to win because I don't think their defense is good enough. It's deep enough to slow down this. I mean, maybe they can slow down the Texas offense a little bit, but Texas is going to score several more TDs. Like, what you need to do now, if you're Clemson, is get your own drive together. Get it going. All right, they are going to hand it off to Phil Maffa. And Maffa he's not going to go to the end zone, but he does get a long run all the way out to field goal range. What a run. Was that by Phil Maffa? No, that was not by Phil Maffa. That was number 8. That's a running back. It's not even on my depth chart, for crying out loud. Number 8 at running back. Who's that for Clemson? Just don't want to be uninformed here, so I'm going to look up their depth chart again. Good run by number 8. That being Adam Randall, 41-yard run. Good for him, man. That was what a run. Adam Randall's a backup wide receiver, by the way. They have him playing at halfback. They're going to hand it off again, and he actually gets through a hole and gets about a gain of 4. So in field goal range for Clemson. It'll be 2nd and 6 from the Texas 41. So Clemson now with their own long drive after a 3-and-out. Will they score a touchdown? They're showing Garrett Riley there in the Clemson purple on the sidelines. 2nd and 6. Klubnik motions Randall to his left side. He's going to go out on kind of a weird sack by Texas. They just get there immediately. That's Ethan Burke with a sack for a loss of 10. So it'll be 3rd and 16 from the Texas 46. Texas's D-line's getting pressure here. Ethan Burke. Texas does a stunt here and just confuses the O-line. O-line can't guard it. Burke getting in the backfield. Texas already with 2 sacks on the day. I'd expect more. So 3rd and 16 from the 46, and it looks like Clemson's going to have to burn a timeout. So they take their 2nd timeout of the day. Big 3rd down here for Clemson. Pick up 10 yards. Maybe you can attempt a long field goal. Get even closer. Maybe you go for it. We'll see what they do. But good play right there by Ethan Burke to make it harder for Clemson. Clemson, poor run blocking brought to you by the Fortnite OG kickoff. That's funny. No, Volcano. I don't watch the NFL all that much. This is already so much better than the other 2 games. I completely agree with you. Yes, this is already better than the other 2 games because Clemson's actually, like, doing something here. If they can score, that would be pretty big. At this point, I'm rooting for an entertaining game because the first 2 games, honestly, after the first half, were complete snooze fests, and they were even snooze fests before that. So, hopefully, this is better, but we'll have to see. Let's try and get this up to 50 likes. We're only 16 likes away. Only takes 16 of you to hit the like button. Also, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and please join our Discord server via the link in the description. Just join it. It is just that simple. In fact, what I'm going to do here is I am going to restore the chat, and I am going to give you all the Discord server link. That's what I'm going to do, because I think that's very important for everyone to join the Discord server. Very, very, very important. We have 3 people who have joined the Discord server. That's beautiful. Let's try and get that up to 30 in total today. In totality. Okay. Gotta figure out. Okay. There. Oh, that's just wrong. Why isn't it working? I can't generate a new Discord server link. It's interesting. Well, game's back on, so I'm just, you have the link SFS inverted, which is good. So you can post that, and actually, yeah, if you could post the Discord server link, and I'll just pin the comment, like join the Discord server, put the link right there. Texas is backing far up off the line of scrimmage. Yep, right there. That's good. Okay, Klubnik does have time to throw. It's dropped, incomplete. So Clemson will have to punt here. Jahdae Barron there on defense, and Clemson will punt it away. We'll see what happens with the Clemson defense here, because Texas has been able to move the football at will. But he had time. It's just good zone coverage for Texas right there. All right. Well, Texas is going to get the football back. A punt. Will they pin Clemson? Will they pin Texas deep? No. It's just down at the 12 for Texas. So not inside the 10, but they'll have to drive 88 yards to get a touchdown. There's a flag on the play. So we'll see what's going to happen here. Illegal shift by Clemson. Texas took the extra 5 yards, so they'll be 1st and 10 at their own 17. Clemson needed at least 3 on that drive. Couldn't afford the sack. Absolutely. I completely agree with that. Man, Quintravion Wisener, Jaden Blue, Calvin Banks Jr., Hayden Connor, Jake Majors, DJ Campbell, and Cameron Williams. Those are the running backs and the offensive linemen, respectively. They've been eating. Let's see. Nope, they're going to drop back to pass, and it is complete to Silas Bolden for about a gain of 7. Gain of about 7 or 8 yards right there. It's going to be 2nd and short. We've reached the 10-minute mark of the second quarter. Texas is now huddling. Probably will go a little bit slower. Maybe. I don't know if they will or won't. It's 2nd and 1 from their own 27-yard line. And Jaden Blue picks up a first down there, gain of 3 on the ground. So it'll be 1st and 10 from about the 30 or 29 of Texas. Gunnar Helm shifts to the left. Ewers on play action. Throws it deep. He's got a man. And it's caught by Golden. Matthew Golden, even after the hit. Big play for Texas. That right there is a gain of 43 yards to the Clemson 28 with a first down. Beautiful route. Just beat his man right there for Clemson. That was number 10, Jaden Lucas, the right corner. And, yeah, he completed that catch. Terrell tried to defend it, but didn't get there in time. 1st and 10 at the 28. It is going to be a run by Quintravion Wisener or maybe Jaden Blue. It is Quintravion Wisener for about a gain of 6. Down to the Clemson 22. Very close to the red zone. Remember, Clemson received the kickoff. So Texas has a chance to, score, and then if you're Clemson, you need to respond on this drive. But for Texas right now, 2nd and 4 at the 22. Ewers hands it off to Wisner, gets through a hole, powers through, gets down to the 15. It's a run of 7. Great running. Texas already, I think, has like 100 rushing yards. Yep, 107 rushing yards, 7.1 yards per carry. They are pounding the rock, and Clemson can't stop them. Texas's offensive line right now is doing so well in this game. And Wisner right up the middle, touchdown, Texas. There was a gaping hole right there. Gaping hole, 16-yard rushing touchdown. Just Sarkisian right now completely out-scheming Dabo Swinney. 2 minutes, 57 seconds, 82 yards, 6 plays, and it will be 21-7 pending the extra point. Yeah. Clemson has to respond to make this game interesting. Otherwise, it looks like another blowout performance by the home team. But yeah, different level of teams right here. Yeah, if you're Dabo Swinney, you really regret not going for it on 4th and 1. You really regret that. They've just had issues stopping the run. Clemson has. All season long. And you see that right here as Texas is averaging 7.6 yards per carry. They're going to finish the game with 300 yards or more at this point on the ground with how the pace is going. Oh, that felt so good. All right, we are at another commercial break. Only 7 more likes until 50, guys. Let's get those numbers up. Let's get to 50 likes. I know that Bald Father Betts is happy. He's a Texas fan. He's very happy with this result. Mega Eing, as a Buckeye, I would love to see the same blowout results I've seen the past 2 days. That's probably what will happen, if I'm being honest. Tennessee may be the best visiting team. There's a good chance at that. They probably are. But Ohio State's really, really, really impressive. Very impressive. So, yeah. It's just crazy. It's the same thing I wrote down in my notes. Clemson looks slow, and Texas's offensive line and running backs are taking over. All right. I mean, yeah, this is just... After that first drive, Texas has scored 21 unanswered points. 21 unanswered points. Who do you think will win with Oregon versus OSU? I think Oregon's beating the winner of this game very well. And yeah, Colby Vlash, ACC's not representing themselves well today. That's a big yikes. I completely agree with that. Oh boy. Well, this looks like Texas could win like 49-7 if they wanted to. This is crazy. Although Clemson has been able to get drives going, they're not as productive in any aspect as Texas is. They're not better in anything compared to Texas. So, we'll have to see what Clemson does here. Yeah. That's exactly what we'll have to see. And then we got, of course, Ohio State versus Tennessee tonight at 8 p.m. Second quarter, 7 minutes, 26 seconds remaining. So first quarter's finished. Second quarter's halfway finished. And right now, what we have here is what could be a dominant performance on our hands. Boom. kickoff. The winner will face Arizona State in the Peach Bowl quarterfinal. Clemson tries to return this kick. They only get out to about the 19 or 20-yard line. So now there is a response to be had from Clemson. Let's see what is done here. But Texas right now, they're owning the line of scrimmage. And because they're running the ball so well, Clemson's trying to adjust, and that means that, like that deep play action that we saw, they may get some explosive passing plays too, not just explosive running plays. So Sarkisian's in his bag right now. Let's see what Clemson does. 1st and 10 at their own 20. Klubnik is not going to pass. Instead, he is going to run for about a gain of 6. He'll be out to the 26, 27-yard line. It'll be 2nd and 4. I wonder what Clemson will do if they'll try and slow it down to give their defense a bit of a rest, or if they'll continue to do what Riley likes to do and sort of go up tempo. There's going to be a trick play here. Would expect kind of a wildcat run. That's exactly what it's going to be, and that play is blown up immediately for a loss of 5. So it'll be 3rd and 9. That was not a smart call right there. Ethan Burke and Texas just blew that up instantaneously. 3rd and 9 now, and Clemson is in dire straits. Can't afford a punt here. This game might be out of hand by halftime again. 3rd and 7, they call it, not 3rd and 9. It was a run play that did not work, didn't fool Texas at all. They have one of the best defenses in the country. Texas will send some pressure. Klubnik is going to throw it, and it's picked off. Colin Simmons, the true freshman, picked it off. Defensive end. And Texas has it in Clemson territory. Big play by him, by the impact true freshman. And right now you're seeing that Clemson is just reeling after starting off the game fairly confident. This game's about to be over. Again. It's crazy. All right, guys, make sure to join the Discord server via the link in the pinned comment. Please join that. We would love to have you guys on here talking about college football while it's happening. Just amazing interception right there. And Texas now has a 96.4% chance to win this game. This looks exactly like Penn State versus SMU, with the difference that Texas's offense looks, there's some differences, of course. Jaden Blue with a long run. Nice patience. Again, Texas just, this game's over, likely. 21-7. 5:40 left in the game, and Jaden Blue is a gain of 7. It'll be 2nd and 3 for Texas at the 18. They run it again with Blue. Blue only gets about a gain of 1. So it'll be 3rd and 1 at the 17 of Clemson. This just shows you how different Georgia is. This is why I picked Texas to win 27-7. Although, at this point, it will be higher scoring than that. But I'm glad I picked Texas to win by 20 points because they look like they're going to win by 20 points. But remember, like the stream, subscribe to the channel. It's 3rd and 1, tight formation. They are going to hand it off to the fullback, and the fullback gets tackled for a loss back to the 18. So it'll be 4th and 2. Wade Woodaz in on the stop for Clemson. Peter Woods, Peyton Page, Jaheim Lawson, and TJ Parker in on there on that defensive front. It's 4th and 2. Texas is keeping that offense on the field. Wouldn't be shocked if they ran it up the middle again. It's the same formation. It's the exact same formation. Just a little bit more back. It's Jaden Blue, and Blue's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage 4th down stop and Clemson takes over. It's a huge stop for the Clemson defense. But let's see if their offense is able to get anything out of it. Big stop. They tried to pitch it to the outside, and they probably would have been better off just running up the middle there, but it looks like Clemson did get interior leverage. So, yeah, they did. I mean, I said they're going to run it until they can't because they're having that much success with it. So that's what they should do. And Clemson just stepped up in that moment. But 21-7, 1st down and 10 for Clemson with 4:09 left. If you're the Tigers, what you want to do is drive down, score a touchdown, and go into halftime with some momentum. 1st and 10 at the 18 for Clemson. They're back there. It's going to be a screen pass, and they get about a gain of 2. Physical tackle there for Texas. Very physical tackle by number 25. Number 25, of course, for Texas being Jelani McDonald, the boundary safety. That was TJ Moore on the reception. 2nd and 7 from their own 21. Refs call it a gain of 3. It is going to be a pass for Klubnik, who has good blocking. And was that a catch? Oh, they're going to rule it incomplete. Did he get a foot down? It's Antonio Williams. They might take a look at this. I would say, I don't know. I would say there's not enough evidence to overturn that call. But they're going to look at it. If it's a catch, it's a 9-yard gain for a 1st down. If it's an incomplete, it's 3rd and 7. It's really close. I don't think there's going to be... We reached 50 likes. Thank you. Let's try and reach 100 now, guys. Always going forward. Always good. Yeah, Thursio. Very, very close. Very close. Yeah, the announcers are talking about it right now. I don't think they have indisputable video evidence. Yeah, I don't know. I think they're going to rule it an incomplete pass, but I also wouldn't be shocked if they view it as complete. I mean, I think his foot right there is still touching, which means he's in. And when the ball hit the ground, it didn't move. So, yup, exactly. I think that was the correct call right there. Good job by the refs. Big Ten refs are officiating this game. It is an incomplete pass. 3rd and 7. And we got more Discord. So we got 7 people joining the Discord server. Our goal for the entirety of today is 30. Unless we get close, then I might up it. But 30. You got 7 new people in there. Guys, just be active. That's all I ask because we're active on there a lot of the time. 3rd and 7 from their own 21. Texas brings a blitz. Klubnik stands in the pocket. It's deflected at the line. It's just the Texas D line's getting too much press right here. Vernon Broughton had the pass deflection right here. It just got up his hands right up in the air. He's on a smaller center right there. So 4th and 7. Clemson 3 straight punts. Taking his time to set up the punt. Silas Bolden got crunched. Let's see. Yup, Silas Bolden nearly muffed the punt but fell right back on it. Good play by him. incoming Oregon State transfer. They put him at punt returner because he's really, really fast. But again, good field position for Texas. 1st and 10, 3:19 left in the game. And now it is 1st and 10 at their own 42. Ewers play action. And this is going to be a big loss right there, a loss of about 6. So it'll be 2nd and 16 for Texas. The Clemson defense is now stepping up, but the offense has been figured out by Pete Kwiatkowski's unit. And it looks like there are 2 Texas players who are injured. I hope that they're okay. God, please protect these players, heal them, and keep them safe. Amen. That sucks. You hate to see injuries right there. Wisner's on his feet. He needs some support, though. Looks a little bit banged up. I don't know who's on the ground. Looks like an offensive lineman, maybe. That sucks. Wow. I hope he's okay. Injuries are horrible. They're a part of the game, yes, but they're terrible. You never ever want injuries. 9 members to join the Discord server. Join it via the link in the pinned comment at the top of the live show. Just join in, be active. I already see people in the chat, or you've just joined, but like when you join, send a message in the general chat if you can. Thank you guys for joining, for liking, for subscribing. We'll answer super chats during the commercial break, so be sending those in. 3:04, 1 minute 4 seconds before the 2-minute warning commences. They are going to get up 56. Cameron Williams, that, 6'5", 335 pounds. He's one of their best offensive linemen at right tackle. Looks like he'll probably be done for the day. That's a huge injury. God, protect Cameron Williams. I hope that he's okay and can return to the field of play, whether in this game or the next. That's horrible. Thankfully for Texas, they recruit and develop well there with Kyle Flood, so I don't think that may affect them a lot, but there's also a chance that it won't. They have a lot deeper of an O-line than, let's say, Clemson does. It's just that sucks right there, the injuries. Alrighty. 2nd and 16, 3:04 left. Sarkisian's going back on the sidelines. Second and 16 from their own 36. Ewers back to pass. He's going to throw it, and it's picked off by Clemson. Intercepted, and it's going to be a pick 6. Touchdown Tigers, but there is a flag. I bet you it's going to be on the defense. I bet you it's going to be a hold on the defense. And there is another Texas player who's hurt. Who's that? That's... Oh, illegal blindside block on Clemson. So they get the pick, they just don't get the pick 6 off of it. Jake Majors is standing, but he got hurt on that play. Oh, that's just, it's unfortunate. He's their starting center. Yup. Clemson will have it at like their own 40 because the blindside block happened almost right after, happened basically right after the interception occurred. So Clemson will get it at their own 40. Still good field position and a good defensive play, but if you're Clemson, that pick six would have been huge. After the injuries, the TFL, you would have had all the momentum. And now there's a chance that Clemson can still be down by double digits entering the half, based off how their offense has functioned. I hope, though, that Jake Majors is okay. Dabo Swinney's out there talking to him. Good on him. Good on him. You know, I kind of get cringed out by Dabo Swinney personally at times, but I you know, that's a good thing. That's a good thing that he did right there visiting him. What a good moment in football. But that was just, it was a ball thrown very quickly by Ewers, and I don't think that DeAndre Moore Jr. was expecting it. So therefore, it fell right into the hands with R.J. Mickens and Kylon Griffin, the safeties, were defending that play. Jake Majors seems to be okay. He may have just gotten the wind knocked out of him. He's okay. Seems to be laughing with Sark. I think he'll come back in the game, thankfully. Senior, Texas's O-line is good, not just because of their recruiting and development. It's also good because they're old. It's an old O-line. It's an experienced veteran unit. Yep, Clemson has it 1st and 10 at their own 46. You got to get a touchdown off this, I think. I mean, your defense has stepped up, but it's not going to be that way forever. And Antonio Williams has it for about a gain of 20. Down to the Texas 41. It's a first down. Little RPO there. Perfect throw. Williams, nice run after catch. Cade Klubnik's going to have a QB draw. He's going to run for about a gain of 5 down to the Texas 31. And that will probably be that's the 2-minute warning right there. I'm going to go to the bathroom right after the quarter ends, right after halftime. During the 2-minute warning, there will be a commercial break where I'm going to just insert some commercials here. If you have YouTube Premium, you have nothing to worry about. But I'll be back and I'll get to some chats of yours. Let's get this up to 100 likes. We're only 40 away from that. And I'll answer questions after this. See ya. What a game-changing play that interception was. That was crazy, to say the least. Wow, I'm that behind? Well, I'm gonna turn this off then. Thank you for letting me know that I'm behind. Alrighty. Hopefully I'll be closer to live than not, but I might just be stuck in that circumstance right here. Well, I hope this game's entertaining. If you're a Texas fan, I'm sorry to say that, but I'm not rooting necessarily against Texas or for Clemson, or if it's the other way. I just want it to be a good game because I don't think OSU Tennessee is going to be a good game for 4 quarters, and these first 2 playoff games were not. So, just as simple as that. So we'll have to see. Well, for Ohio State, Tennessee, the reason I'm picking Ohio State to win big is I think that Tennessee has a slightly better offensive line, especially on the interior, and they have the best individual D-end out of all the teams, but Tennessee's basically better at interior O-line, so guard and center and corner, and starting running back. but OSU's depth, I think, is better. And you have a lower floor with Dylan Sampson because of his fumbles, so it's kind of a questionable area. There's only 3 areas where Tennessee's definitively better. Ohio State's definitively better at quarterback, running back. Well, running back is that push area. I was just getting ahead of myself. Quarterback, wide receiver, tackle, I would say D tackle, linebacker, D end depth, safety, linebacker. Tennessee's better on special teams, too. And also, I forgot to mention tight ends. It's actually 4 areas that are definitively better. But here we are. 2nd and 5. Klubnik throws down the field. It's caught for a first down, gain of about 12, 13 out to the Texas 19. Into the red zone. That was to Bryant Wesco Jr., the true freshman wide receiver, who was highly recruited out of high school as a 5-star. Should be a star at Clemson for years to come. First and 10. And it was out of bounds, so there's no time that's coming off here. It is sort of a trick play, and it was almost picked off. That was read very well by Lefau. Extremely well. It's almost a pick 6 by Lefau right there. Wow. Leona Lefau. Backup weak side linebacker there. That was intentional. It was an intentional trick play. The O-line froze. They tried to bait Texas in, but Texas didn't fall for it. Thankfully for Clemson, it's an incomplete throw. If you're Texas there, you're kicking yourself in the butt because that would have ended the game effectively, that pick 6. 2nd and 10 at the 19 of Texas. Klubnik back. He's going to go on a QB draw again, pick up a gain of about 4, maybe 5, down to the Texas 15 or 14. It'll be 3rd and medium. And Texas used a timeout of theirs to preserve some time to probably, hopefully on their end, get a touchdown before halftime. So, I mean, this is a more exciting game than the first 2, I'll say that. Because, Indiana was down 14 points at the half, SMU was down 28. This could be a 7-point game at half, and even though Texas has looked like the better team, got some injuries, they've had a turnover. Both have had turnovers off of either tips or a dropped pass. Yeah, this is a more entertaining game than the others for sure. Alrighty. I mean, the winner of this game gets a very beatable opponent in ASU. You can't take ASU lightly. I think they're better than, let's say, Boise State. Might even be better than SMU. I'd also say better than Clemson. But it's not like you're playing Oregon after this game. So, huge opportunity for both these teams. Texas does send pressure. They're not going to get pressure, though. Klubnik throws. It's to the ground, incomplete. Clemson will have to settle for a field goal right there to cut into the lead a bit. Targeting Wesco, but he didn't throw it accurately. 1:37 left in the quarter, 4th and 5. 21 unanswered points for Texas after that Clemson 7. Nolan Hauser should break the streak here, along a 56, 17 of 23 on the year. One of Clemson's better kickers in recent memory. Let's see if he makes it. And it's good. Texas got good enough penetration to block it. Wouldn't be shocked if Clemson has another field goal attempt. Texas blocks it. But Clemson puts 10 points on the board in the first half, 21-10. Don't have the momentum back necessarily, but they're hanging around just a little bit here. 1:33 left for Texas. Texas has 2 timeouts. They receive the second half kickoff. They're in perfect position to double dip here. Perfect position to double dip, I think. All right. If you guys can get us up to 100 likes before halftime, I'd appreciate it. We have 178 concurrent viewers. It would be epic awesome if we can get up to 100 likes before half. So hit that like button. Join our Discord server via the link down below in the pinned comment or to the side, depending on your viewership of YouTube. And also, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel. Oh my gosh, Clemson kicked the ball out of bounds. So Texas will have good field position, but that's the epitome of Clemson special teams this year. Their special teams efficiency is outside the top 120 per ESPN. Looks like Quintravion Wisner's been in some pain. I don't know if he'll return. I wouldn't expect him to return. It doesn't look like Cameron Williams is going to play either. They took his helmet away, but I would expect Jake Majors to come back. They had to shift the entire O-line. Lost 2 starters. And that was almost another pick by Ewers. That was a bad pass by him. 2nd and 10. O-line held up well there. Ewers just threw a bad pass. He's had several passes this year that have been downright terrible. He's like Will Howard in a way. That was weird. Jaden Blue all the way out to the Clemson 44. Wow. That was a beautiful screen there by Texas. Now they're in plus territory at the Clemson 44. It's going to be a handoff to Blue again, and they're close to field goal range now. 1 minute, 8 seconds left here. 2nd and 3 from the Clemson 37. Incomplete. 3rd and 3. He was looking for Gunnar Helm. R.J. Mickens on the pass deflection there. Oh man, wow. If Ewers was like a second later on that throw, that would have been a pick. 3rd and 3 from the Clemson 37. Ewers back to pass. He is going to run out of the pocket and slide down and get down to about the 26-25. So closer in field goal range. Using his legs right there. You don't see that from Quinn Ewers all that often. All right. Quinn Ewers back to pass. Well protected. And he has it complete to DeAndre Moore Jr. for a gain of 8 inside the red zone. And Texas takes their second timeout with 33 seconds to go. $74 likes, only 26 away from 100. Let's get there. Good drive by Texas, by the way, with the offensive lineman out. That O-line is still doing a very good job protecting. An elite job at protecting. Tennessee versus Ohio State is up next, by the way, and we will be live for that game, so please hit the notification bell. That way, if you want to be on this stream with us, 2nd and 3 at the 19, Ewers back to throw, and it's caught by Gunnar Helm for a 19-yard touchdown. About to be 28-10 Texas, pending the extra point. 28-3 scoring drive, or not scoring drive, but like scoring run after that first 7 points for Clemson. That's why I said it was early. 7 plays, 65 yards, 1 minute, 6 seconds. Good throw by Ewers right there. Wow. Bird Auburn on for the extra point. And it's good. 28-10. Texas is likely going to be your halftime score right there. Wow. That's crazy. Yeah, exactly. Boring. It's over. It's over. It's just wow. It's a blowout. It's another blowout. It's crazy what we're seeing right now. But as I said, Texas is better than Clemson. Penn State is better than SMU. And Notre Dame's better than Indiana. Ohio State's better than Tennessee, too. Clemson just takes the fair catch. Colt McCoy is in the building. Historic quarterback for Texas under Mac Brown. That team was playing in the national championship game his senior year in 2009. Then he got hurt during the game. And that was history. Alabama won its first national title since the 90s under Gene Stalling. It's Nick Saban's first at Alabama. Second overall. And I think Clemson will just run this into half. That's probably what they'll do, is they'll just run it right into halftime. Yep, they're gonna want to get into the locker room. Clearly not the same caliber team. Oh no, apparently they're no huddling. All right. Green picks up a first down for Clemson, but with only 6 seconds left, you have maybe 2 plays, more likely than not. Wow. 21-3 is your second quarter score after 7-7 in the first. It's just clear that Texas is the much better team right here. Can you believe the national championship game isn't for a month from now? It's not for a month. The national championship game is. We still have a whole month of college football left to go. I think that's pretty crazy. Welp, they're going to run it again for no gain, basically. It's a gain of 6 in actuality, but didn't do anything. Bless me. So, yep. 28-10 is your halftime score. Not as bad as SMU Penn State. But I will also say not as like worse than Indiana versus Notre Dame. Yeah, Texas is going to smoke these guys. I bet you the final score here is like 42-17. Maybe it's even worse. I know that, if you're Dabo Swinney, you're thinking like what's going on? But that's Clemson. That's the thing with Clemson is, I mean, people. It was a popular pick for some. Clemson over Texas, SMU. I thought there was going to be an upset in the first round, but I think the simpler reality was there wasn't going to be one. Maybe there will be tonight for Tennessee, Ohio State, but we'll have to see. All right, well, we're going to take a commercial break here. I'm going to go to the bathroom, and then I'll be back to answer Super Chats. So, see you guys. And we're back. Again, halftime score, Texas 28, Clemson 10. The playoff system is a joke. It should be 6 teams. I mean, I will confess that, like, look back to 2021 when the semifinal games were blowouts, Alabama over Cincinnati, and also you have, Georgia beating Michigan. Look back to and even look back to not 2022's games were great, but look back to 2020. Ohio State blew out Clemson. Game wasn't really that close. And then, of course, Alabama over Notre Dame. 2019, LSU over Oklahoma. 2018, Clemson and Alabama blew out Notre Dame and Oklahoma, respectively. So, yeah, I mean, just blowouts are a part of the college football playoff because the staffs get a long time to prepare, and there's disparities between different teams. So, I bet Quinn throws 3 more INTs. Not in this game, but, like, in the playoffs. Oh, yeah. He's good for an interception a game, if not more. But, yeah, what a debacle by Clemson. You start out 7-0, and then after that first touchdown, you have 4 touchdowns allowed, and you only gain a field goal. Just crazy. Absolutely crazy. But then again, FPI sort of thought this would happen. FPI favored Texas to win this game by about 15 points. It's 18 points right now at half. So I don't know what else to say, really. It's another boring game. My mind is melting from all the boring games that have occurred today, in truth. So, hopefully Tennessee, Ohio State's better. I think that game will at least be competitive for a half, but we'll have to see. Wouldn't shock me if it wasn't. But yeah. Well, we got over 200 concurrent viewers again for the first time in a while. I don't know why that's happening, but if you guys could just stay on, I'd appreciate that. I don't know why. Oh. That's what I want. Okay, there. So, wow. Okay. Well, I'm going to remove this bot here. I'll hide the user on the channel. Yeah, the impressive units of the second quarter, I would say impressive units for the second quarter were Texas O-line, D-line, and I'm going to say DB as well. I think they played a really good game in that second quarter. Really, really good game. All right, so the semifinal matchups, Penn State versus Boise State in the Fiesta Bowl on December 31st, that's set. The Sugar Bowl between Notre Dame and Georgia is set. The winner of this game plays Arizona State in the Peach Bowl. And then we have Tennessee and Oregon. Tennessee and Ohio State, the winner of that game plays Oregon in the Rose Bowl. Yeah. Wow. Just unbelievable. Unbelievable. Yeah, I'm pretty sure tonight I'm probably going to get like 6 or 5 hours of sleep just so that I have time to edit for tomorrow's live show. Then after I edit and all that different stuff, and it's time to start prepping for the preview and predictions for these games, and also talk about my playoff bracket and which remaining teams have the best shot at winning it all. But man, 28-10 Texas, and they get the ball to start second half, so I imagine this will be probably 35-10 out of the half, but maybe I'm wrong. It's crazy. You talk about how 3 first-round games, and all of them have been at minimum 2 touchdowns in terms of point margin at the half. But then again, as I mentioned earlier, blowouts in the playoff have been common. It's just in 2023 and 2022 for 2 years in a row, and humans are, we're all about the present. So that means recency bias, and that means we're pretty myopic and don't plan well for the future. In the last 2 years, we've had amazing playoff games. In 2022, the national championship was terrible, and it wasn't as boring, but still pretty dominant by Michigan in 2023. But the semifinal games were incredible. So we love those playoffs. I know I did. But right now, we're kind of more like how it was from about 2016 through 2021, with the exception of Oklahoma, Georgia in 2017 and Clemson, Ohio State in 19, where the semifinals very often were blowouts. Just is what it is. And you know what? You will get some years where the 12-team college football playoff, for most of the time, has good games all around, even in the first round. But that is not the standard. That's not the rule. That's not the law of college football. It's not how it works. So this is a year where you're seeing blowouts like this. And that'll likely finish as a blowout like the previous 2 games. And for tonight, Tennessee played a team of Ohio State's caliber this year in Georgia already. Lost to them by 14. And after that first quarter, you could tell who the better team was. Really entering halftime, you could tell who the better team was. It was Georgia. Georgia was down 10-0 in the first quarter, scored 17 points in the second to Tennessee's 7. And it was 17-17 at the half, but it felt like Georgia was going to take over and win after a fast start by Tennessee. So Texas has a 70 or a 97.1% chance to win this game right now. Yeah, UW versus Texas was amazing. Wolf Fuel. That's a good point by you. Let's get to 100 likes right now. We're at 84. We only need 16 more likes. And also join the Discord server if you haven't already via the link in the top of the pinned comment. Oh, we have some more people joining. That's pretty good. Wow. Yeah, I'm excited for Ohio State, Tennessee. That game's going to be on in 2 hours. This game will probably be over at 7:30. Staff's already out on the field for ESPN, and also just some of the Ohio State staff is already out on the field for Ohio State versus Tennessee. It's going to be a good game, at least in terms of matchup, but we'll see. I mean, again, I think that Ohio State's the better team. I mean, Jack Sawyer and JT Tuimoloau and Caden Curry make up a deeper D-end room than Tennessee has. They have James Pierce Jr., the best D-end out of the 2 groups, but Sawyer's been really, really good, and Ohio State's deeper there. And outside of corner, I think Ohio State's better at every position on defense. And then on offense, they have the better quarterback. They have the much better receivers. Running backs are pretty close, and they have a better pass protection unit. So that's kind of where I'm at this point, is And guys, here's the worst thing about it. The quarterfinal games won't even be good. Sure, Oregon and the winner of this game could be good. Could also be ugly because Oregon's the type of team to snowball anyone. And Georgia Notre Dame could be good, though it could also not be, but I think that'll be a pretty good game. But who's to say that the winner of this game isn't going to blow out Arizona State, especially if it's Texas? And do we know that Penn State and Boise State's going to be good? I don't know. And at this point, you look at the semifinals, it's the semifinal and national championship games that will probably be the highlights. And because of the extra games being played in shorter periods of time, a team with a lot of depth is going to survive. So even if Clemson wins, they're going to be so tired from this game that a team like Arizona State could beat them. And, I think the teams with depth are the ones who are going to survive. And that really plays right now to Oregon and Georgia for the most part. And I would say Texas too. I don't think Penn State has the depth of those three, but I also think that Penn State's starting roster right now is better than Georgia. So Penn State could survive depending on what happens, but it's going to be fascinating. These next few games. Last one of today, after this second half concludes, I'm just hoping for a good game at this point. I'm desperate for a good game. We need a good game because all of these have just been, honestly, but they've been blowouts. That's what they've been. So hopefully this can turn into a good game, or Ohio State Tennessee is. But we'll be live for Ohio State Tennessee regardless. So I see we're getting more concurrent viewers, the most that we've ever had. So please click the notification bell and subscribe to the channel, and also like the video if you haven't already. We're going to take another ad break as halftime is slowly going to come to a close, and then I'll be back. If you have YouTube Premium, like SFS Inverted, our moderator, or one of our moderators does, this doesn't affect you at all. Well, I mean, wow, we're getting a lot. We're getting a lot of viewers here. A lot of new concurrent viewers on this stream. Looks like a lot of probably the illegal streams, like where they actually stream the game, get shut down. So then people are just compressed into the live play-by-play type stuff. So welcome in, everyone. Good to have you here. Great to have you here. Yeah, we're talking football here. It's halftime. I want to know what your guys' thoughts on Ohio State Tennessee is, and just as some ground rules when we get back to the second half. Super chats will be answered during commercial breaks. I'll be calling the game. I'll be calling the game when the game's going, when it's live. So, yeah, that's that. Kulia Ugnati, ACC might actually be worse than the Big 12. In terms of depth, I'd agree with you. Let me tell you this. If Miami, Florida was the 12th seed, this would be a more competitive game. Because Miami actually has the offense to move a defense like Texas is. Miami is so much better than Clemson. It's not even close. It's just defense is awful. But Clemson's defense looks awful here right now. I'm rolling with Tennessee all the way, says Nevermind Me. Ghost L, forever Buckeye fan. Mr. Diesel, Doug, do you have aspirations to become a CFB sportscaster? It's been on my mind before, so I'm going to say yes, but I know that having a large YouTube channel with a big brand is not exactly a sportscaster either. I just am kind of doing this to make myself more well-rounded skill-wise, I guess, is what I'm doing here, because really my aspiration is to just kind of do what Josh Pate has done on YouTube and get so big that we have hundreds of thousands of subscribers, thousands of passionate followers, and have a really good community. That's more of what I want. But I like calling these games here, and I try my best. So I think I'm doing a better job this year than I was last year. That's for sure. So let's continue with this. But we're back. Texas will receive the second half kickoff. Thank you, Josh, for the encouragement. Yeah, Texas has just ran over Clemson. Outside zone, inside zone, pull blocks. They've done a very good job. A lot of creative play calling by Sarkisian. A lot of disguises. The lineman missing for Texas really hurts, but I think that Majors will be okay. What you got to be concerned about if you're a Texas fan is Cameron Williams, because Cameron Williams he's up there with Kelvin Banks Jr. So we'll see what happens here. But if you're Clemson and you want to stay in this game, you got to force a quick 3-and-out right here. But I expect Texas to march right down the field. Right down the field. We're only 6 likes away from 100, guys. Pump those numbers up, please, if you don't mind. I'd appreciate that a lot. All right. It is going to be an incomplete pass to Matthew Golden. Just dropped it. Ewers put it a little too low. 2nd and 10 at the Texas 25. Yeah, let's see what happens here. If Clemson can force a 3-and-out, drive down the field, get a touchdown, that'd be huge. Ewers is going to hand it off to Wisner. Wisner picks up about a gain of 7. 7-yard run out to the 32. It's killer for Clemson. Your run defense is a liability, so you got to try and defend it more. But when you do, what happens? Texas can just throw on you. It's the story of this game so far. It looks like Jake Majors has his helmet off. Yeah, he's done for the day. Keep asking questions, guys. Put super chats down. I'll answer those during break. It's an easy completion to DeAndre Moore Jr. Pick up a gain of 6. It will be 1st and 10 at the 38 of Texas. Thank you for the 100 likes. I appreciate that. Yeah, now Texas is going to huddle. I think they're going to try and slow the game down. 2 backup linemen in there, but that line, it's a lot like Michigan's lines of the previous years before this season, where it's strong. Look at them, giving Ewers all day. Gunnar Helm has a 9-yard catch out to the 47 of Texas. It'll be 2nd and 1. Kyle Mason, I'm just going to turn the TV sound off. Thank you. 2nd and 1. Will it be a run? Yeah, and they're going to actually drop Wisner right at the line of scrimmage. It'll be 3rd and 1 from the Texas 47. R.J. Mickens was in there. It'd probably be wise for Texas to throw, because you know that Clemson's going to try and keep making adjustments to stop this rushing attack. Yeah, I mean, they're stacking the box right there. It is going to be a pass. Ewers has all day in the world, and he's going to run and pick up a first down with his legs, about a gain of 3 out to the 50. 1st and 10 from the 50. That was Arch Manning, actually, in the game, using his legs right there. So he gets some valuable experience. Ewers comes back in, Wisner behind him, tight formation, and it's an immediate blitz that's caught, actually, even though Ewers is hit, and it's a gain of 14 for the offensive lineman, I do believe. Ewers got decked but he still completed that pass. It was an eligible offensive lineman in the game who caught it. Oh, no, I don't think that was an offensive lineman. I actually think that was Gunnar Helm, but Gunnar Helm's a big tight end. Ewers to throw, and he just falls down at the 40 for a loss of 4. So it'll be 2nd and 14 from the Clemson 40. Chewing off some clock, putting more pressure on Clemson, and they're moving the football. This Texas team looks like one of the best teams in the country. It's the same with Notre Dame against IU. It's the same with Penn State against SMU. Wow. Just crazy. That's what I'll say. Crazy. But then again, Clemson has not had a good defense all season long. And they're going to run it with Wisner. Wisner's only going to pick up a gain of about 1. So it's going to be 3rd down and 13 from the Clemson 39. 28-10 right now is the score with 11 minutes remaining in the third. 3rd and 13. For Texas, you need about, I'd say probably half of this to consider going for it or putting Burt Auburn in a position to kick a field goal. We'll see what Texas does, though. It's a tight formation. Sark loves to use those emotions in DeAndre Moore Jr. It is going to be a pass. Ewers throws it deep. It's lobbed deep, and there's going to be PI right there. He was beat. Clemson's man was beat, and Matthew Golden was in there in the end zone. That's going to be a flag on Avion Terrell, who had to use pass interference to prevent that from being a possible touchdown. So it's going to be 1st and 10 at the 24 for Texas. I mean, just look at the size advantage of Matthew Golden, for example, on Avion Terrell. Just size advantage. And that was underthrown, too. That wasn't thrown well. If Terrell had better eyes and better vision, he could have picked that off without PI. It was not a well thrown ball by Ewers. And it is going to be Wisner running. And Wisner's going to get all the way down to the 5. It'll be 1st and goal for Texas at the Clemson 5, looking to punch it in and make it 35-10 right here. Clemson's defense is not set. They're going to hand it off again to Wisner. Wisner's going to get down to about the 2. 3-yard gain. It'll be 2nd and goal from the 2. Just good direction by Wisner, good quickness. He's a good running back. Wisner is. That's the thing when you're Texas and you recruit and develop at that level. The injuries, they matter, but they don't matter nearly as much as at other teams. Arch Manning checks in the game at QB. 2nd and goal. Motions Matthew Golden in. Will he throw? No, he's going to QB power, and he's stopped at the 2. So no gain. It's 3rd and goal from the 2. This has been a 5-minute and about 50-second drive so far. And it's going to be 6 minutes. Yeah, 6-minute drive for Texas. They've driven 73 yards. And you can see that Clemson, their defense is tired. Texas's offense isn't, though. Tight formation, power formation. Wouldn't be shocked if this was a pass. It's not. They just swallow Jarrett Gibson up right there. Swallow him up. He's all the way back at the 6 for Texas, and I bet you they'll bring on the field goal unit to make it 31-10. That was a nice play right there by Peter Woods, left defensive tackle. 22-yard attempt for Burt Auburn, who hasn't been quite as accurate as he was last year, but also hasn't been needed as much. We'll see here. I expect it to be made. It is. It's good. Texas 31, Clemson 10. That's the score right now, with Texas taking 6 minutes 50 seconds of clock off on that drive. Huge drive for Texas. You extend the lead to its biggest of the game and take off almost half of the third quarter. All right, let me see what the chat has to say. I'm going to pop out the chat again. That way I can show your chats on the screen. Bless me. Yeah, pretty boring game. It's over. Sam, do you think Auburn has a bright future? I don't know. I don't know. I really don't know. I'd be inclined to say depends on what you mean by bright. If you mean SEC championship contender, I would say no. If you mean possible playoff contender every so often, I'd say yes. But I think Auburn's expectations are to be a great near elite team, and I don't know if Hugh Freeze is going to get them there consistently. Clemson celebrating while being dominated is hilarious. Yeah, it's bad. It's bad. Right now, 31-10. If you're Clemson, your hope, honestly, and this isn't good because your defense has been on the field forever, so they're tired. Your hope's probably to score in like 3 minutes and just get a touchdown. Make it 31-17. And then hope you get a quick 3 and out or force another field goal and then get another touchdown. Strength of schedule really needs to play a bigger role in who gets in. There hasn't been a competitive game yet. Indeed, there has not been a competitive game yet. It's been blowout after blowout after blowout. That's what it's been. It's been a little bit exhausting, but if you're a Texas fan, a Notre Dame fan, or a Penn State fan, this is fun for you. This is fun. And it's fun watching those teams because they're good. You just wish that the teams on the other side were as good. But evidently that is not the case here in any of these games so far. And as for Tennessee, I don't think it's going to be either. We'll have to see, of course, but that's for another day, most likely. Kickoff. Clemson's going to fair catch it. All right, and Clemson comes out. Ever since that first drive, they've had only 4 first downs, which is just great job by Pete Kwiatkowski and that Texas defense. So here we are, 1st and 10 at their own 25 is Clemson. Can they get a touchdown? It's the only way this is going to be any part of a game. Texas sends 4. It's a pass that is complete short of the sticks, but it's still a gain of 8. And that is to Jake Brenningstool, the tight end. 2nd and 2, Clemson goes up-tempo offensively. Snap it. Klubnik, well protected, throws, and it is caught at about the 42-41 yard line for a first down. That is Bryant Wesco right there. We 1st and 10 Clemson at their own 42-43 yard line. Klubnik, well protected briefly, but then he is sacked and then fumbles the ball all the way back at the 30. Tried to throw it away, but accidentally pitched it back. And now they're all the way back at the 28. So that'll be like 2nd and 24 right there. He just a little bit indecisive right there. And for Texas, the speed that they have, Jalen Gilbo just got to him on the blitz. Wow. So 2nd and 24 for Clemson. Huge loss. Klubnik is protected enough, throws it, and it's caught for about a gain of 8, maybe 9. And that is TJ Moore. But it's still going to be like 3rd and 15. Still going to be 3rd and long. Well behind the chains there. Clemson is 2 of 7 on 3rd down, and they have an average of 8.3 yards to go. They don't have a run game, so Texas doesn't have they don't have to stack the box. Texas doesn't. They're playing pretty far back on 3rd and 15. They do send a blitz. Klubnik is going to throw, and it is incomplete. Nearly picked off. So 4th and 15. Clemson will have to punt it here all the way back to Texas. Incomplete to Antonio Williams. What was he trying to get here? Good camera angle. It looks like he was trying to get to... Yep, he was trying to get to Antonio Williams and overthrow the safety in front of him. Texas wants to come after the punt. They don't get to it, but they're going to get the ball back. Fair caught at the 21. That is Silas Bolden. So Texas will have it 1st and 10. It's TNT Sports. It is a blowout. Oh, wow. Texas now with a 99.2% chance to win this game per FPI. Like the video, by the way, if you haven't already. Please like the video and also subscribe to the channel. And super chats are welcome. Penn State is a 10.5-point favorite over Boise State in the Fiesta Bowl. Don't underestimate the Smurf Turf boys from Idaho. Yeah, they should not underestimate him. James Franklin tried to James Franklin in that first half. Jennings just had other plans, LOL. That's exactly what happened. Sam, if Ryan Day does get fired, who replaces him? Probably Mike Vrabel. That's probably what would happen. You probably replace him with Vrabel. I mean, I don't know who else they'd replace him with. Ohio State could get anyone in the nation. They could get anyone outside of probably Dan Lanning and Kirby Smart. But everyone else, they could probably get if they wanted him. Oh, and like no, they could get Dabo Swinney. They just wouldn't want to get Dabo Swinney. That's what I think. Wow. Oh. Well, if Texas scores on this next drive, or if they just take enough time off, I'm going to start doing depth charts and we can start talking about other things too. Because, man, oh man. Wow. What was Aller's QBR today? What was his QB efficiency? It was a 56.8. Yeah, he did not have a great game. Aller didn't. Took 3 sacks at a 107.6 passer rating. Aller against good defenses does not do that good of a job, but his defense came up clutch. His rushing game and offensive line did well. I think if you're Aller, you just want to make sure you can have a better game against Georgia and Boise State probably as well. Only an hour 30 until kickoff for Ohio State, Tennessee. Well, technically the kickoff at 8:10, I believe. Ewers is in the game with Jaden Blue. And it is going to be a delayed handoff that's swallowed up immediately by Clemson for no gain. Texas is doing what Penn State did, where they just, run the ball, trying to kill the clock, get things over with as they should. I know that, I'll wait because it is still the third quarter, but I'll stop broadcasting and talk about other things when the game's over. Quinn Ewers back to throw. He's got a man deep, and it's incomplete. He was looking right there for, not Isaiah Bond, for Ryan Wingo, and it's just an incomplete pass. Good throw, but also that was good defense by Clemson there. That was Ashton Hampton, the backup right corner. Did a good job of not interfering with Wingo and then deflecting that right as it landed into Wingo's arms. So 3rd and 9 for Texas. Could be a quick 3 and out, but as I mentioned earlier, Clemson just can't get anything generated on offense. It's very much like Penn State SMU, except both these offenses are better than the prior game. And also, you have, I think the defenses today have performed worse than SMU, Penn State collectively. Offenses have performed collectively better. That's kind of what I'm gathering here. It's a very similar game where the home team started off a little bit slow, but after the first quarter, it's just obvious who was better. Obvious. So Clemson does force a punt from Texas, but at this point, Texas is playing exactly like it did against Michigan, just very basic, very slow. Kern is going to punt this ball away. And it is returned out to the Clemson 46. That is by Antonio Williams. So they do have good field position. If they can score quickly, maybe you try and get Texas, to the point where they've already fallen asleep. You can catch them. Let's see. So, not done yet. I'm not quitting on this game just yet, but I still think it's pretty over. I will mark the chat right here. Okay, so people are saying Marcus Freeman would be better. It depends. If he beats Kirby Smart, I'm gonna force myself to view him as a top 15 head coach. If he beats Kirby Smart, because that would be incredible. Kyle, who do you think could be a good replacement for James Franklin if he continues to lose big games? If Day gets fired, I think I'd trade Dave. I would trade Day for. I probably would trade Day for Franklin, but then again, Franklin's built like a good infrastructure there. It's his game management problem, and he's made better hires than Ryan Day has made recently. But I would probably say like you could get Ryan Day. Trying to think who else. I think Fickle, but I know that would sound unattractive right now because Fickle's not winning at Wisconsin. I think that Chris Kleiman would be a good fit. Kansas State head coach. Lance Leipold's probably too old, but it would reunite him with Kotelnicki. But Kotelnicki does want to be a head coach. I think that you could take a look at Fran Brown. He's already coaching in New England, recruiting that area. Aggressive, go-getter. I think that Fran Brown with Syracuse could be a good get for Penn State, potentially. Those are just some names that I'm throwing out there. Lucas, I don't care what anyone says. Ohio State is going to lose tonight. Great matchup for Tennessee, and my Wolverines have a very similar style to Tennessee, but Tennessee has done a better job of it. They win. Could be true, but because Tennessee is not Michigan, I don't think Ryan Day is going to coach scared. Colby Vlach, it would serve Ryan Day well to actually care about the Michigan game. His whole world collapses every time. It's not healthy. He'd probably do better against them being more level-headed. I agree with that. Take the Michigan game seriously and preach that, but in reality, personally, you have to recognize that, it means a whole lot, but maybe it would be Ryan Day can think of it this way, and Ohio State fans can too. It will do you a better service to respect the rivalry and to do a better job of winning it, to take maybe a few steps back. Does Ohio State fire Chip Kelly at the end of the year? They should. But I don't know if they will. They should. They should fire Chip Kelly at the end of the year. He's not what they need. Not what they need at all. His entire system, he runs a spread. He runs the spread option he ran at UCLA and Oregon. It's not up to date anymore. It's not. It just isn't. It's not the modern meta. They'd be better off hiring Brycen Moore as offensive coordinator, which would be an absolute power move. But that's kind of who you want right now. You want a power offense. Cade Klubnik back to throw. He's going to throw deep. Wow, that was a good throw. A nice catch by Brinningstool down inside the 30 of Texas. So Clemson's offense is moving, but I feel like it's a lot like Penn State SMU, where they'll probably get stopped on fourth down and maybe concede with a field goal here. Then again, it is a closer game scoring-wise. Incomplete pass by Klubnik. It's going to be 2nd and 10 at the Texas 26. Going to Adam Randall, backup wide receiver, and right now one of the better running backs in the room due to just some issues. Second and 10, 3 minutes, 35 seconds left in the game. A touchdown here makes this a game again because, yes, Texas is playing a little bit bland, but I also imagine that it's easier for Clemson now just because of some of the rotations that Texas has made. And, Garrett Riley is a good coach. Touchdown, Clemson. Touchdown, Clemson. That was a 25-yard pass. That right there was to number 21, Jarvis Green, right there. Jarvis Green is the third-string running back on the team. 21-yard reception out of the backfield. It will be 31-17 Texas, pending the extra point. Just got behind number 0 for Texas right there on defense. Got behind Anthony Hill Jr., the weak side linebacker. Running back on a linebacker is a mismatch. That's a great call by Garrett Riley. And the extra point is good, so it is 31-17 for Clemson. They do get up a touchdown. It's a quick score. They might be back in the game, but we'll have to see here. We will have to see. Yeah, this game has been more entertaining than the others. It's higher scoring. At least it's still a 14-point game in the third quarter, and at least there's signs of life on both sides. But Texas should still win. Ryan Day is an elite head coach. I'd say near elite still for sure. I'm removing the elite tag because of that Michigan game and some of the other things that have happened, like the fact that I think the roster's been managed rather poorly. But a near elite head coach, I'll still say that. Definitely great. DeMoney 5675. So do we hire a new OC or do we go back to Ryan Day calling plays? I think Ryan Day calling plays better suits the current build of the offense. I think you go back to Day calling plays, or you get someone, or what you do, if you get a lot of portal players on the O-line who are good and you're confident in your O-line, you get a coach who's more accustomed to power football. I'm not talking about Chip Kelly where he runs the ball, so therefore it's power football. I mean, you get a guy who runs a pro spread. You don't get a spread option. You don't get a guy who's cute. You get someone who just says, we want to be mean, we want to be tough, and get a modern guy. Like what Penn State did with Kotelnicki. You get someone like that. And I don't know exactly who you could get from that tree. I mean, maybe you try and get Colin Klein from Texas A&M, but I know A&M is a lot of money, so you'd have to you'd have to get into a bidding war there. Yeah, it's kind of what I'm thinking. That's my opinion right there. You gotta. Chip Kelly has not helped Ohio State, but more importantly than Chip Kelly, get Justin Fry out of the building. Chip Kelly is awful. Colby Vlach, I think Raiola's going to take a major jump next year under Holgorsen. Reminds me of Drew Aller, but maybe a higher ceiling. Raiola, I'd say higher. Raiola is more of a pro-style QB than even Aller is. We'll see who has the higher ceiling there. I would say probably in terms of arm strength, Raiola probably has the higher ceiling, but I don't know that for sure. But yeah, Raiola does remind me a lot of Aller from last year. And so I think that there will, especially with Holgorsen being a much better OC, and with another year of training, I think Raiola he might want to lean down so that way it's easier for him to run. Because imagine Raiola if he developed a better scrambling ability. He'd be very tough to defend. Very tough. And that's what helps Aller. Aller's developed a scrambling game this year where he isn't used on designed runs almost ever, but he has almost 300 yards rushing from improvised scrambles. Guys, by the way, as Texas gets the ball back, I want to encourage you all to make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, share the channel around, and also hit the notification bell. Finally, join our Discord server via the link in the pinned comment or down in the description. Just click the link. It's easy to sign up. And send in some super chats because I'll prioritize those when I answer questions. But as always, we'll be answering questions during commercial breaks. So it's 31-17. I imagine that Texas is going to get back in their bag, personally. I think they're going to want to put this game away pretty quickly. We'll see. Ewers to throw, and it is caught. And that is Gunnar Helm, the tight end, who falls forward to the 41-yard line. Gain of 16. Right there. Looked like he may have wanted to go to Ryan Wingo, and the ball ended up going to Gunnar Helm. We'll see, though. And it is a play-action pass by Ewers. Ewers, the ball may have been hit as he threw it, but there's a hold right there on Matthew Golden. On Avion Terrell. Pass interference on the offense. And that will go all the way to the Clemson 44. So Texas will have it 1st and 10 at the Clemson 44. And yeah, both were grabbing right there. So maybe that should have been a no call. But Texas has no penalties. Clemson has 4 penalties for 50. And it's a neutral referee system. So I'm pretty sure that Texas has just been the more disciplined team today. And it plays out with how they're playing. 31-17, Texas, and they're 1st and 10 at the 44 of Clemson. It's going to be a run, and Jaden Blue gets a gain of 8 all the way down to the 36-37 of Clemson. So it'll be 2nd and short, 2nd and medium. 2nd and 2 is what it will be. .2:30 left in the third quarter. 2nd and 2. And a false start is called on Texas. They'll have to move back. That's their first penalty of the day. It'll be 2nd and 7. Second and 7 from the 42 of Clemson, 42-41. So a little bit off schedule for Texas, but nothing they can't overcome with how their offense has performed. DeAndre Moore Jr. motions all the way out to the other side. It is a run, but only for a gain of about 2, so it is going to be 3rd and 5 for Texas. That was a run by Jaden Blue for about a gain of 2. 3rd and 5, 2 minutes left in the third quarter. We'll see what Sarkisian has dialed up here. Gunnar Helm motions in. It is going to be a run, and it's a run for about a gain of maybe 2 or 3 yards. So I expect Texas will go for it here on 4th and 2, 4th and 3. So now 4 of 9 on third downs, but Texas has had some success on 4th down. We'll see what they do here. Fourth and 2 from the 36, back where they originally were before the false start. Will it be a run? Will it be a pass? It will be a pass that is dropped. Oh, Matthew Golden dropped it. He had it. He had it and he dropped it. So it's an incomplete pass, and Clemson takes over on downs with 55 seconds left in the third quarter. The momentum is now in Clemson's hands. We'll just have to see what they do with it. It was... And I don't know if that was on... Was that on Golden? Yeah, it was, but also Ewers is just throwing it behind people. So, yeah, Golden had to turn his body all the way. I don't think that's on him the more I look at that. That's on Ewers. That's not on Golden. Golden's a good wide receiver. So Ewers, 15 of 22 for 186 yards, a touchdown, and a pick today. The only reason I didn't pick Texas to hang 40 on Clemson, even though it was tempting, was because Ewers' inconsistencies, and Texas doesn't exactly have... today they showed off their run game, but the rushing attack has slowed down a little bit. They're down to 5.4 yards per carry. They're not dominating in the same way that they were earlier in the game. Gain of about 4, maybe 5 for Keith Adams Jr. on the ground for Clemson. It'll be second and 5 right here, with about 38 seconds left in the game. Not the game, third quarter. My goodness, it's not the game yet. Still have a quarter to go. Klubnik well protected to the sidelines, and he has it out number 1 for Clemson. Good catch by him. That is T.J. Moore on the reception. 1st and 10 into Texas territory. 1st and 10 at the Texas 47. My correction on that. I'm going to try and pass before the end of the third quarter. It is a shot down the sidelines. It was out of bounds. Good thing he threw it out of bounds because they were in good position to make a play there. But 31-17 at the end of the third quarter. 31-17 in favor of the Texas Longhorns, who are favored by 13.5 points. Biggest favorites in the first round, and it's still a 14-point game entering the fourth. And Clemson does have the football. Texas given a 95.4% chance to win this game. Momentum swinging in Clemson's direction, but still it's going to take a lot of work for them to come back. Oh, the score is uncovered. Okay, good there. Let me see. My apologies for covering up the score. Oh, this doesn't cover up the score. How was I covering up this? Oh, I know what I was doing. I was looking at analytics on the wrong page. That's my bad. My apologies right there, AZ Nurse. It's going to be cold in Columbus. Go Dogs, Justin Gifford. Go Dogs, back to you. And by the way, guys, we're at 106 likes. This game is still somewhat competitive, so I expect some people to pour back, especially if Clemson scores. People are going to be active, like, coming on this. So please like the video, subscribe, hit the notification bell. I appreciate that a lot. So thank you very much. And also join our Discord server yet again. Link in the description, and also at the top of the comment, at the top of the live chat, in the pinned comment. Oh, it's covered up before. Okay, but it's not now. Okay, that's good. Let's go Clemson, says Armand Hammer. Go Dogs, says Justin Gifford. Volcano, it's going to be cold in Columbus. Yes, it will be cold in Columbus. I wonder how much of a factor that will be, or if that's being overstated by the media. And I even mentioned it in my live show. And yeah, SFS inverted, that's a good idea. I should make my own scoreboard. I wanted to do that for this weekend, but couldn't. But over the next week, I'm going to do that. I'm going to make my own scoreboard where I can just quickly type in numbers and just have it pop up. That way it's not covered up. And I might put it at the top, or maybe I'll put it at the bottom, but it will be larger at the bottom, so it's easier for people to see. Okay, someone asked the question, Freeman already has more marquee wins than Brian Kelly did in 12 years, says the Zero. Amen. Amen. How do you think Drew Aller will be in the NFL once more experienced QB coaches get their hands on him? I think he'll be good in the NFL. I don't know if he'll be a great starter or a great NFL QB, but good, above average. I think he'll have some years in there. But, I mean, the issue with him is against NFL players. He hasn't done well in college. Klubnik to throw. It's caught. That is a catch by, I believe, not DeAndre Moore Jr., Antonio Williams. And he got his foot down. So that's a catch. Good for him. Nice awareness. Wouldn't have been a catch in the NFL, but collegiate catch, absolutely. So it's 1st and 10 for Clemson at the Texas 29. Clemson with all the momentum. Can't really take a field goal here unless you have a quick 3 and out. Good protection again for Klubnik. Throws, it's caught, and that is it's TJ Moore for a gain of 7. So it's 2nd down, and they're close to the red zone now. Texas getting just a little bit uncomfortable, I think. 2nd and 2. Clemson now. QB draw up the middle. Cade Klubnik gets all the way down to the 11 of Texas. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 11. Texas now with a 91.1% chance to win this game per FPI. Momentum is swinging back in Clemson's favor. But let's see if they can pay it off here, because again, this Texas defense is good. It's an elite defense, not just a good unit, it's an elite unit. Unprecedented speed, athleticism. Klubnik back to throw. He's actually well protected. He's just going to throw it away. Smart decision. No one was open. 2nd and 10 from the 11 for Clemson. Clemson offensively right now has 302 total yards. Texas only has 72 more. They'll need, though, an extra 11 yards to get into the end zone and score here. Let's pump these numbers up, guys. We have 112 likes. Let's get to 200 likes, get another super chat in here, and get to 400 concurrent viewers. 3 seconds left on the play clock, but they are going to get it off. It is going to be a run, and that run is going to get Clemson all the way down to the 4 of Texas. So it'll be 3rd and 3. Makubo with the tackle. Keith Adams Jr. had the ball there. So only 4 more yards to the end zone. You figure Clemson's going to go for it here on 4th down. Texas is going to need a goal line stand to keep this a double-digit game, unless maybe Klubnik takes a sack, and at that point you take your field goal because your defense has been able to stop Texas. Texas, many players to the line of scrimmage. They're going to motion in bringing Stool. It is going to be a draw, and they got him behind the line of scrimmage. And that right there was number 45 for Texas. That is Vernon Broughton. So it's 4th down and long. At this point, you probably take the points because you have all 3 of your timeouts. You'll be down 11. You still have the momentum. The pressure is still on, not exactly on Texas a bit, but it's something. 4th and 6. They kick in the field goal, or are they going for it? Looks like they're going for it. I mean, this is gonna be a. I don't know if I'd do this. Touchdown! They converted it. Wow. Whoa. Now we have a game on our hands. TJ Moore with the 7-yard TD reception. He found the soft spot in the zone or lost his man. 10 plays, 64 yards, 4 minutes, 12 seconds of possession. That was the right call. You know what? You know how it is on a 4th down. You miss it, or it looks like a disaster. It's the improper call. That was a good call there. And now it is 31-24, and it's an actual game. Like, this game's not over, ladies and gentlemen. Clemson's outscored Texas 14-3 in the second half, 31-24. And I think that, dare I say it, Cade Klubnik is the best QB that Texas has played all year. And I think it's pretty obvious. 31-24 in the 4th quarter. And Texas with an 88.4% chance to win in this game, which is their lowest since about 9:47 in the second quarter. So momentum clearly is favoring Clemson right now. Wow. Holy mackerel. I'm going to make a tweet. I can't even believe this is happening. If you told me that Clemson scored 24 points, I would have been tempted to pick them to win. Wow. And people are apparently saying the Tennessee takeover is real. But I don't know if that's true or not. Because it is an hour before it's an hour before kickoff. You may just have early Tennessee fans like getting there. Wow. 31-24. SFS inverted, I'm a little more awake now. Well, that's expected because this is actually a game here. I'm glad I didn't stop play-by-play calling this game. I'm very glad I didn't stop doing that. Very happy because this is a game right now. So at one point it was Texas 31, Clemson 10, and now Clemson scored 14 unanswered points. And it took 4 minutes, 12 seconds that drive did. 11:43 left in the 4th, still very much a game for Clemson here. And this isn't garbage time anymore. That touchdown made it so that this was never garbage time. Wow. Wow. It's crazy, but this also fulfills the whole aspect that Texas can never play. Like, they can't play 4 quarters of elite football. Granted, no one this year can. Penn State always starts off the first quarter horrifically. Ohio State, they don't do well for about the first 5-10 minutes of a game, and then if you can get into the 4th with them, they typically don't do it very well there. So I don't know. Tons of Michigan gear in the Ohio State tailgating lots. That's funny. Oh, wow. Wow. XRXDD, yes, I agree Oregon will win the national title. I'm in full agreement of that. It's getting dark in Austin, and Texas is going to try and return this ball, steal some momentum, and instead that is not good. It was Matthew Golden trying to return it, and instead it puts Texas behind the chains. You can see in the body language Clemson has all the momentum here, but will that matter? Will it matter? Because Texas is the better team. I'm telling you, if Clemson wins, it's an upset. And it will be a major upset for the reason that Texas is the better team. They are. I mean, there's a reason they're favored by 13.5 points, but currently it looks like Clemson will at least cover the spread. Maybe the guys from Cover 3 were onto something. They all picked Clemson to cover, and I think some of them picked Clemson to outright win here. That is a catch by Matthew Golden for about a gain of 6, maybe 5 yards. Ewers is out there. The pressure's on now. 2nd and 4, and this is from the Texas 23. 2nd and 4 from the Texas 23. Let's try and get up 200 likes, guys. We're at 122. We only have 78 more likes left to go. Let's pump those like numbers up. Thank you very much. 2nd and 4. Texas is going to try and run it. They do get a wide open hole, and Blue is gone. That's going to be a long touchdown run. Wow. Jaden Blue, that is a 77-yard touchdown run by Texas. And immediately, it's right back into a hole. Right back into a hole for the Tigers. They got to go down and score yet again. That rushing, I'm telling you, that rushing defense is a major liability. They're averaging 7.4 yards per carry with 265 rushing yards. Just absolutely crazy. And it's going to be 38-24 pending the extra point. Good blocking up front by the offensive line. And now Texas has all the momentum. It's not the 21-point deficit that Clemson was in earlier, but now what you have to do is you have to get another stop against an offense that's been just moving you around, and you got to score 2 touchdowns. That's going to be very difficult for Clemson to overcome. Texas is given now a 97.4% chance to win this game per ESPN FPI. Wow. Yep, 38-24, Texas. Could not afford to give that up. But again, the speed of Texas, you let them get into open space, you're gone. I think Clemson is better off right now playing bend but don't break. Much better off playing that. Let's get to the chat here. Yeah, such bad run tackling. Love B-ball girl. 12 or 12. Welp, that game got interesting for 30 seconds. It gets interesting again if Clemson's able to put together a drive. But yeah, it was bad. Yeah, Clemson run defense is laughable. Absolutely, it is. It's terrible. It is one of the worst run defenses in the Power 4. So it's no surprise that Texas is able to run successfully, and it shouldn't be a surprise that they're running for long gains either, given how aggressive Clemson's being. Playing tight up front. Got interesting for a bit, but it's still a 14-point game, and Texas has yet to put them away because you have 10 minutes and 48 seconds left. And it was just, again, one play. It was not a sustainable drive. So if Clemson can go down and score, make it 38-31, force Texas into a sustainable drive, that's where things get interesting. This is interesting right now. All right, I'm gonna put on my glasses. Just help my eyes take a rest for about 30 minutes, the final 30 minutes of this game. I mean, maybe it goes to overtime. That's the difficult thing, is maybe this goes to overtime. Probably not. I still think Texas wins here, but you never know at this point because Clemson has closed the gap. All right, so 38-24 Texas. Clemson has it 1st and 10 at their own 25 with 10:48 left in the football game. Good protection for Klubnik again. Over the head, though. Over the head of TJ Moore. Missed him. Incomplete. 2nd and 10. Second and 10 from the 25. Their own 25. Got to drive 75 yards to score. Good protection again from Klubnik. Long throw. It is caught by TJ Moore for about a gain of 6. So it'll be 3rd and 4 from the 31. At this point, you got 2 plays to pick that up. Got to go for it on 4th there. A little bit of a long ball. Little bit of a long ball right there by Klubnik. 3rd and 4, though. Clemson is 2 of 9 on 3rd down, but their average is a 3rd and 8 about. Wonder if Clemson will try and run it here. Nope. It is going to be a pass attempt, and it is going deep, and TJ Moore has it. He beat his man who was covering him. He beat him, Jelani McDonald. Nope, it was actually number 5. It was Malik Muhammad who he beat. Who is not... He's the boundary corner. Barron's the field side corner. Barron is definitely the better corner of the two. So TJ Moore got him 1st and 10 at the Texas 40. So they're in plus territory yet again. These offenses have combined for over 800 yards, by the way. Good chance it gets maybe up to 1,000. It is an incomplete pass. Incomplete. He was trying to go to Adam Randall out of the backfield, who lined up at running back. 9:20 in the game. 2nd and 10 is at the Texas 40. And that was some hands to the face right there. But they didn't call it. Oh well. Not every call is going to go your way for either team. Klubnik almost hit as he throws, and that's caught by TJ Moore again. Wow. That's right at the 10. When did he come alive? Holy moly. When did he come alive? Let's see. Yup. He maintained possession. Yup, that's a catch. Right at the 10 of Texas. Now you got 4 plays to punch it in if you're Clemson. 8:53 left in the game. And it's a drop by TJ Moore. Had it with one hand, just couldn't reel it in. 2nd and goal from the 10. There is a flag, though. Will it be holding? Will it be PI? It looks like roughing the passer. Yup, that's exactly what it is. So it's going to be 1st and goal from the 5 for Texas. I don't know what's happened with Texas defense, because I will tell you this Clemson offense is not... this Texas defense has been elite all season long. They haven't allowed anyone to drive down the field like this on them. But Clemson's doing it. So part of me wonders, it's going to be, again, 1st and goal at the 5. Part of me wonders if it is because they've checked out. Like Texas checked out after it was 21-0. And it's just hard to get them back in the game. They're going to throw, though. Incomplete. It's going to be 2nd and goal from the 5. Was targeting Bryant Wesco Jr. Yeah, now my heart's kind of racing, because this is a game. This isn't just garbage time. I mean, Clemson may fail here in the game. They probably will lose, but at least there's a fight going on, and it's not like SMU and Indiana, who just never got up off the mat, really, outside of maybe the first quarter. But once they got put back down, they didn't come back or do anything. Klubnik, is it going to be a QB draw? Yes, it is, and he is down to the 1 of Texas. It'll be 3rd and goal from the 1. Gain of 4. 3rd and goal. 8:30 left in the game. 3rd and goal from the 1. You got 4 plays to punch it in here. 4 of them. I think what'll determine this is who wins, the Texas D-line or the Clemson offensive line. And Clemson's going to take a timeout. Obviously, ideally you wouldn't want to take that, but this is an important play right here. And if you're just down by a touchdown with 8:09 left, the 2-minute warning left, and 2 timeouts, 38-31, that's not a bad position to be in at all. Texas is given a 93.9% chance to win this game per FPI. So this is not garbage time still. No one thought this Clemson offense was elite, says Sam Kim. And it wasn't. I mean, let me read you these numbers here. Clemson's scoring offense, 17th, 34.3 points per game. 34th in points per play, averaging 0.456. Clemson was 35th in yards per point, averaging 1 point scored for every 13 points gained. They average 75.1 plays per game, which is 9th. And yet they're scoring on a Texas defense that only allows 25 or 12.5 points per game, which is 2nd, and 0.191 points per play, which is, again, 2nd. And Clemson's offense is not elite, guys. It's not even nearly. It's just a good offense. It may not even be great. And yet here they are driving, might make it 38-31. And I don't know exactly what's going on here, but something is going on. Okay, we're going to take a quick commercial break before we get back here. Oh, no. We'll wait until the next commercial break. There will be another one. Yeah, this feels like to me that Texas checked out after they went up by a big margin, and just Clemson's crawling back, and they now believe in themselves, while Texas just kind of wants to get out of there. And it seems like really what it is they're just throwing to Malik Muhammad. Yeah, I mean, this is Clemson is exposing something that I have not seen all season long. But this is it's third down here, 3rd and goal from the 1. We'll see what Clemson has here. This is a must for a touchdown. And they stop him. He stopped right at the 1. It's 4th and goal. This is the game right here. This is the game, barring if, like, maybe they fail here and then some disaster happens for Texas. This is the game. Part of me doesn't understand why they didn't run it up the middle. I thought they had a favorable look up the middle, but maybe I'm wrong. I think part of that's the Garrett Riley tree. You get too cute in these situations. I think Texas is going to... No, they're not going to call a timeout. Fourth and goal from the Texas 1. This is where your elite defense does, and they stop them. They tackle them for a loss. They run it up the middle right there. It's going to be Texas ball, 1st and 10 from the 2. Texas makes a goal line stand. That's probably the game right there. Probably. They get it back. .7:24 left in the game. And now Texas 1st and 10 at their own 2. All they got to do is just run the football. I mean, Bill Norton right there just occupied up so much space. Got the guard. Bullied him. So now what does Texas do here? They run it up the gut and they stop him. Jaden Blue gets stopped at 2nd and 10. Second and 11. They actually rule it a slight TFL. 2nd and 11 from the 1. You probably run it again if you're Texas just to chew more clock. And so, yeah, I mean, you don't want to make a mistake down here. You throw a pick down here, Clemson probably scores off of it. Your defense is tired after that. Using up all the play clock. It is a play action pass. And is it? Yeah, it's a catch. But there's a flag regardless of that. So PI on Avion Terrell. They're targeting him over and over and over again. It's going to be pass interference. And now Texas gets to probably waste another 2 minutes. That PI right there is game. But yeah, he grabbed the jersey. That's why it was incomplete. I don't know why he didn't just turn around. Terrell's had an awful game. And a catch was nearly made still. Run for Jaden Blue gets about a gain of 1. 2nd and 9. It'll be from the 17 of Texas. Jaden Blue, 14 carries, 147 yards, 10.5 yards per carry, 2 rushing touchdowns. What a game he's had. 6:10 left. Texas is just taking their sweet time as they should. That stop was huge. 6 minutes left in the game. Exactly. It is going to be a play-action pass. Ewers has time in the pocket. He gets crunched, gets about maybe a yard or back to the line of scrimmage. It's 3rd down. Quintravion Wiesner still on the bike, hasn't returned to the game. Looks to be in pain still. I wonder how Cameron Williams and Hayden Connor are doing. Hopefully they're okay. Not Hayden Connor, but Jake Majors. Hayden Connor is the backup center. Hopefully they're doing okay. 3rd and 9 for Texas. Probably going to be a pass here. Yeah, Texas is going to call a timeout. They want to convert this. And Tennessee at Ohio State, that game's at 8 p.m. and we'll be streaming that game. So please, if you haven't already, like the video, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell. Do those things, and that would be very, very helpful. Going to take a quick intermission right here with the timeout. See you soon. All right, we're back. Just inserted some short ads. Five 5:13 remaining in the fourth. The last gasp of air for Clemson. Ewers is back there with blue. They motion over DeAndre Moore Jr. What will it be? They're spying Ewers, and it's a catch. First down, Texas. Jaden Blue out to the 26. That right there is game because now they can waste another 2 minutes. They played way too off. But it was a beautiful play concept by Sark. So now 1st and 10. 4:39 left in the game. 38-24. Texas. 1st and 10 from the 27. It's going to be a run, and it's just a gain of 3. So 2nd and 7 from the 30. Valuable time being wasted here by Texas. This current drive is what, 4 minutes? I believe. Yeah, it's about 3 minutes right now. Second and 7. They're going to wind the clock all the way down again. And it is going to be another run. 3rd and 7. So it'll be another 3rd and long for Texas, but they converted a long play after a TFL at the 1 due to a PI and a nice throw by Ewers, and they converted a 3rd and 9 just now to their running back Jaden Blue. 3:18 left in the game. If you're Clemson and someone get the ball back, you need to score within a minute, very quickly. 3rd and 7. We're just now hitting the 3-minute mark. They might just run it again. That might be the wise decision here. And I think that's what they're going to do. And they're going to pick up a 1st down. That's game right there. Clemson cannot stop the run. 1st and 10, out of bounds. That's game right there. Well, Texas fell asleep, but they came back. And that's a good thing. That's what the good teams do when they fall asleep, is they come back. That's what happens. That is exactly what happens. Good on them. Gain of 5, and we hit the 2-minute warning right now. All right. We're going to take a commercial break. I'm going to stretch very briefly. We'll see you back here very soon. All right, we are back. Game's likely over, but we're going to call it until the end. Wow. You know, what a game. At one point, it looks like Clemson might claw its way back and win, but Texas at the end of the day was the better team, and the better team usually wins, especially when you have the strong start they do. They hadn't their huge lead built insurance so that they could afford to mess up in the way they did and then still win and still probably cover the spread. Alrighty. Welp. Third and 2. 1:53 left in the game. If Clemson is going to mount a miraculous comeback, it will be here. But indeed, they are not going to do so. Did they give him the first down, or did they call it dead? I think they gave him the first down. Yeah, they gave him the first down, I think. I think that's game right there. Just got enough push from that veteran, awesome offensive line to keep on going. But yeah, that O-line, when you see it, they're bigger. Yup, he got across. That's it. That's game. That is game right there. That's game. They're gonna review the spot, actually. Just short. It's gonna be 4th and 1. They'll probably reset things right there. Time for a short nap before Tennessee. Great. Yup. Texas shows up when it matters. I agree with you, Sam Kim. Exactly. That's exactly what happens. Did you bet on any of the games, Sam? No, I did not. I didn't bet on any of the games. No. I would have taken, so far based off how these games are going, I'd be 2-1 on bets if I did take them. My model would be 3-0 on money lines and 2-1 in spreads. So that's good for what that means. Yup. Good game. Better than any of the previous two. Let's hope this next one's really good. I will admit on here that I will be cheering for OSU, but let's hope it's a good game. They're going to review it. Play stands is called in the review. It's going to be 4th and inches. Texas, I don't know what you do here if you're Texas. You go for it, you end the game. If you punt, you at least pin them back. I imagine they'll go for it to be aggressive. And because it's like Clemson's going to have to take a long time to get down there anyway. Thank you, Armand Hammer and SFS Inverted, for blocking the bots. Good for you. Yep, okay. Officially, it's time to start looking at depth charts, ladies and gentlemen. Yep, time to go hunting for depth charts. The good news about all this is it'll be easier to build the next depth charts. I just look up the depth charts online. Could get them from online, but this way I can have like all of them in one place, so it's easier to call the game. It's more productive, even though it may take some time to build them. Yeah, Penn State sold out. And Clemson stopped Texas. That's hilarious. Sark is kind of like blank, but it doesn't matter unless Clemson scores within like a minute and gets an onside kick. The game's over. It's over. So unless they get a touchdown and recover an onside kick, I'm just going to be building the depth charts here, guys. Like, seriously. Oh, Texas fumbled it. That's what happened. Well, the ironic thing about this is maybe they'll cover. Who knows? What do y'all think about Ryan Day deciding that he wants to rotate guards in a big game like this? Why are they not showing Devin Brown? Isn't he staying with the team? Got about a gain of 4. They're inside the Clemson, or the... Oh, wow. Yup. So 2nd and 6. It looks like Texas is just trying to bring pressure, but they can't. 3rd and 6. Yeah, this game will probably end right here. It'll probably come down to a 4th down stop. And alrighty. Got 150 likes. That's good. 3rd and 6. Clemson is sending some pressure. That's an incomplete pass. Yeah, he was out of bounds easily. Yep. Just out. Just out. Fourth and 6. Texas is going to send some pressure, but Klubnik is well protected. It's an incomplete pass. Incomplete. Texas takes over. They're going to win their first playoff game ever. After reaching it last year and just falling short, they win a playoff game. All right, guys, I'm going to go because I want to make sure that I'm on time for Clemson, for Ohio State versus Tennessee. Thank you guys so much. I'll see you very soon. Again, make sure to hit the like button, to subscribe to the channel, click the notification bell, and also join our Discord server via the link in the description or down below in the top of the comment section in the pinned comment. We will be going live in 30 minutes.